Hi, my name is Ajay. I'm a musician and pianist and teacher. I used to have a website, but I'm taking it down. I'm documenting all my blogs on the website in this video playlist. Enjoy. So, because I was talking a lot about my gear in the last one, I thought I should write about my different keyboards, the different keyboards that I have used so far. This was written in Feb 2025. This was my keyboard collection as of that month. But now I do not have the Novation launch key, the one on the right. I don't have the blue one. I don't even have this one. So the only thing that I have is the tall one, the keyboard on the left. That's the digital piano. Actually, I've upgraded that also. So I keep upgrading my stuff regularly because, you want to have the best instrument, right? So, oh, also I have a nice Roland Go Keys 5. I'll show you how that looks. Go Keys 5 Roland. This is the keyboard that I have. It's the most good looking keyboard that I've ever got. I'm not a robot. Yeah, this one. So it's like a white keyboard. When I first bought it, they had asked me if I'm okay with getting a black keyboard. I said no, I like the white color more. So they were like, okay. So then I had to wait for 2 months. I contacted the seller directly and finally got the Roland Gokis 5. Anyway, so this blog talks about all the keyboards that I've used since my childhood. So early 2000s, I had a software on my PC, on our PC, and I used to like just doodle around and get the tunes like Kal Ho Na Ho, Kaho Na Pyare, Happy Birthday. And I remember going to the Pimpri market. So when I got the tunes, my mom was like, okay, let's buy you a keyboard. And we got a small keyboard for 480 rupees. I still remember the price. And it looked something like this. I gave it to a friend who's in the US now. So when he comes back, I'm going to collect it from him. But I don't know if it's there with him also or not. But I hope it is there. But yeah, then in 2009, I finished my 10th standard and I joined a keyboard class very close to my house. And I went there for 6 months. You needed to have a 61 keys keyboard, and I used it for a good 2 years, 11th and 12th standard. It did not have touch sensitivity though. That means you could. So a good keyboard should have touch sensitivity. That is, you press a key softly, it creates a soft sound. You press it hard, it creates a loud sound. This keyboard did not have all that, but I learned the basics of chords and stuff on this keyboard. And I remember learning a lot of songs like Dream On, Titanic Theme, Bohemian Rhapsody from this guy called Mike's Music 123. Very good channel. This guy was, I don't know if he was a professional musician, but he taught in a very nice, relaxed manner. And I remember I used to put the video for buffering. In those days the internet was not very fast. So to stream a 10-minute video, you had to wait for like half an hour. But I did not have patience, so I put the video on. Whatever 10 seconds was buffered, I used to learn that, go back, watch it again, go back, watch it again, go back. So that's how I used to learn songs. But anyway, that was a Casio keyboard. I sold it when I was buying the next keyboard. I sold it to the class that was ready to buy it back. Then I got my first Yamaha Arranger. I had this for the longest time. Got rid of it like 2 years ago after repairing it nicely. I think I used it for 12 years. Wow. I asked my parents for a velocity sensitive keyboard. It was not readily available, so that they had to order it specifically. It was in Pimpri, right? So they had to order it, and there was no Amazon and all at that time. The keyboard became a huge part of my journey. I used it for my Firodia Karandak audition and my formal piano lessons with Sonam. We formed a band in college, used it at various events, and even gave my grade 3 piano exam with it. Served me for over 10 years. Yeah. So CL26 digital piano. So I started my piano lessons with Sonam, and I was going through my grades quite well. So when I was at around a grade 4, I was suggested that I get a digital piano. So Kawai theme music had a good sale going on during the July season. So I got my piano back then, Kawai CL26, a basic digital piano. And I used it till I completed my grade 6 piano exam, after which I got an upright piano. But I still had the digital. I sold it in 2021 to a student of mine. The Yamaha U1J, I got it in June 2016, so it completes 10 years like this month. So my friend Ramesh also, like, he used to run a cafe called Tunes, and the place I'm living in right now, it belongs to him only. So he suggested that There's a place in camp. They are trying to get rid of a piano. It's been lying with them for 2 years, and it's a good deal. Check it out. So I went there. I saw the keyboard. I saw the piano, but I was not sure whether I should buy it or not. I was looking for a piano back then. Then I contacted my tuner, Mr. Fadke. My tuner, as in, he used to tune pianos for Sonam, so he was a good contact. So he came, he saw the piano, he was like, "It's a very good deal, get it." So I got the piano as per his advice, and that was it. It's still being used, but it's at Studio Meraki. It's being used very nicely. It's been being tuned and taken care of, and a lot of students play on that. So I gave my grade 8 and all my jazz exams on this piano. Just before the lockdown, I got a Yamaha MX61 synth, 10th March 2020. So like 22 days before the lockdown started. But at this time, the COVID thing had already hit India. So when I went to Mumbai to buy the keyboard on a Sunday morning, it was completely empty. I've never seen Mumbai that sparsely populated, because people were scared, right? So they were not moving out. But I had already planned my journey. So I went to Shalu Music in Fort area. I got the keyboard. I tried out a couple of things and got this keyboard and a Roland amplifier, because this keyboard doesn't have speakers. So am I missing out anything? Yeah. So I used this keyboard a lot for my jam sessions. I used this for my recordings, and we used to post regularly on this group called Jam of the Week, where people, again, it's a community of musicians who encourages you. Good comments, bad comments. I never got bad comments because people were supportive. Yeah, so this was a good keyboard. I thought if I'm going to perform, I need a good keyboard. So this was the one I got. It was a solid machine, but I got rid of it last year because it did not have good user interface. So as a keyboardist, you need to shift between the tones. You need to be able to do all those things well, which my Roland keyboard does very well. So anyway, so the keyboard has some great qualities, good sounds, a good key bed. That's the keyboard action. It is lightweight, reliable option for gigs. It has got advanced features like EQ, compressor, etc., etc. And I had not explored even 50% of the capabilities. I sold it to someone in Bangalore, a guy called Saurabh, who was my student for a brief amount of time. Yamaha digital piano P115, which is now replaced by P125. As I got comfortable with online teaching, I realized I needed a better setup. I wanted a setup where the students could see my MIDI keyboard and notes lighting up. My current digital piano CL26 had an older MIDI connection. It was outdated. I wanted something more modern. So I sold my digital piano to one of my students, and I got... So I'm very good at finding deals on Facebook and OLX. There was some guy, he was a musician, a flute player. He was selling his piano because he was not using it. So I got it at a very good deal. It was almost brand new, and it turned out to be a solid investment. I used it for a nice 4 or 5 years, 3 years actually, and then I sold it because I was getting a better deal with the 125. Novation launch key. This is the MIDI keyboard. Looked very beautiful. I was experimenting with Ableton and all that stuff. These keyboards don't have sounds of their own. They have to be connected to a computer and the software. That gives it the sound. So MIDI, that's why it's not called a MIDI. It's called a MIDI keyboard, but it's also called a MIDI controller. But because all it does is control the MIDI. MIDI is musical instrument digital interface. So all it does is give the computer instructions on what to do at what time. So it's got sliders and knobs and buttons and everything. Anyway, I used it for 4-5 gigs. Realized it's not for me because I need something that is just plug and play. I need something more rugged. This had things that can go wrong. Too many things could go wrong when I was using this for a live setup. A Yamaha PSR E473, that's the PSR I've been talking about quite a lot. It's an arranger keyboard. What is an arranger keyboard? Arranger is where you have beats and accompaniments and all that. It is very good if you are using it for smaller gigs and you need a full band sound. Whereas a synthesizer, the blue one that I had, they have got fancy sounds, they have got great sounds, but it doesn't have the beats and accompaniments. It is good for recording, but not for live shows. At least not the smaller live shows that I do where I need the beats. They have some corny sounds, but it works. It's very, very useful. This one had a mic input also. So it was definitely worth it. I can confidently say I've explored 100% of its features, whereas I couldn't say that about my earlier one, the blue keyboard. So the only downside is that it weighs around 10 kgs, not 10 kgs actually, it weighs around 7.5 to 8 kgs. It was a hassle to carry around because speakers add to the weight of it, right? But then the Roland that I showed you some time ago, that's very lightweight, doesn't have powerful speakers, but doesn't matter. It's lightweight, it's got all the good qualities of the Yamaha Arranger and the Yamaha synth that I used to have. Key takeaways over the years I've realized: choosing the right keyboard requires a lot of research, careful thought, and planning. I enjoy exploring new tech, upgrading my instruments whenever I feel it is necessary. When buying a keyboard, I consider portability, weight, features, price. These factors play a crucial role for me. If you are planning to buy or upgrade, consult your teacher and fellow musicians, but most importantly, do your own research. After all, you are the one who will be using the new instrument. Yeah, so that was about my keyboards.